Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Broken Brian. And this year, this August, will be the 10th anniversary of Five Nights at Freddy's initial release. Now, I have never played a Five Nights at Freddy's game. However, I did see the movie. I made a review on it. You should check it out. It's a cultural phenomenon for the younger generations. At this time, my son is really into it. He's really into the lore, the story. However, he's only played one or two of the games. But Five Nights at Freddy's is just something that's just started out as a small game and is just taking the world by storm. And some people are like, oh, I've never heard of it or I don't get it. That's okay. It just means it's not in your sphere of the things you do. And there's a lot of things like that. That's why I'm here to kind of bring you the odd stuff. I I know a lot about Five Nights at Freddy's, having never played the game, only seen the movie, because before I saw the movie, I wanted to understand what was going on. And I probably watched 4 to 6 hours of YouTube videos of content creators explaining the lore of Five Nights at Freddy's. And it's quite an interesting it's quite an interesting lore. And the movie was phenomenal. I thought it was good. It was about as family friendly as you could get for a scary movie. I don't really want to call it a horror movie because it's not. It can be considered, but it's really a scary movie geared towards kids, just like Are You Afraid of the Dark was back in the day. Love that show. Miss it. It was great. Goosebumps. They're scary books. You know, I used to have a collection of them. I've been slowly gathering them back up, buying them when I find them at garage sales and thrift stores, just because my kids get to experience what I did. Always waiting for that moment, for that for the Scholastic Book Fair to come to school, so you could get you a new copy of Goosebumps. So there's so much to Five Nights at Freddy's. It's not just a game. It's books. It's collectibles. It's a movie now, and so much more stuff is coming. Now, this article came out yesterday, and I didn't want to make a video on it because I wanted to see what the list was. And when I say list, they teased yesterday that leading up to August 8th, the release of their new game, Into the Pit, there's going to be a lot of different things that they're going to release to celebrate the anniversary. And I thought, oh, this is kind of cool. I mean, I'm just interested in it for myself and for my son. So we kind of wanted to see what it was. So let's take a look because they actually posted it on X to see. And here it is. The My Pop Goes is a new game, another remake on the second, interactive novel on the third, interview. And here's the one that has got people talking, a collab announcement. And nothing is official yet. But the highest speculation really is this one that's showing right here at the bottom of my screen. This is the leading theory that it's going to be a Fortnite collab. So you'll be able to get Fortnite skins of the FNAF characters. You get Freddy Fazbear, Chica, and all the others. And I think this is kind of cool. I don't play Fortnite, and I did download it because I was going to get the Futurama skins, and I ended up not getting the Futurama skins because, first and foremost, I'm not good at Fortnite. I'm just not. I'm not good at Fortnite. But the collab announcement is that we may get a Fortnite collab event with Five Nights at Freddy's, and that's cool. And the reason I'm excited about it is because I do have several streamers that I watch that I put on the background while I'm working of people playing Fortnite. I enjoy watching it. I remember when that whole craze started, my kids were watching people play video games. I was like, this is so dumb. Just play the game. And then I'm like, I'm really bad at Fortnite, but I like the concept of the game and I enjoy watching it. And right now, the season is basically a collab event with Mad Max, and it it's quite insane to put it mildly. And a lot of people love it, a lot of people hate it. And personally, I just enjoy watching it because it's chaos personified in the Fortnite game. So, this is the big announcement. Here's the list of all the things that are coming August 1st through 8th for Five Nights at Freddy's. And honestly, I'm kind of cool with all of it. Like, I don't play it, but I know my son enjoys it. So I just want to keep on top of what my son enjoys so I can be the good parent and make sure what he's taking in is not terrible, evil, anything like that, that I have a watchful eye. And so far, yes, there's a lot of jump scares. Yes, it's a little dark, it's a little complex, but I mean, he's about to be officially become a teenager, so got to give him a little leeway. And he's a very well well-meaning and intelligent young man now, and he doesn't really play that many games in the Five Nights at Freddy's, but he does enjoy them. And this is just something that a lot of people enjoy, and we need to talk about because it will impact. I don't think Five Nights at Freddy's is a terrible game franchise. I think what they've done with the movie, I hope they make a second movie because I really enjoyed the first one. And I mean, come on, if you put Matthew Lillard in a movie, I'm gonna see it. I love Matthew Lillard. Lillard, he's a great actor. All the way. The first time I met him was SLC Punk. That tells you how old I am. And from Scream and 13 Ghosts and and Scooby, absolutely love him in everything he does in the Scooby franchise. He's the perfect Shaggy. He really is. And I'm excited for this franchise because even though I'm not an active participant, I am a active watcher. And I do enjoy the movie. I do enjoy watching people play these games, and it's a lot of jump scares. Like I can't think of one off the top of my head. The only one that's coming to my head right now is Resident Evil, and it's not quite like that. A lot of jump scares in Resident Evil. I'd say more like Doom or Phasmagoria. Is that the name of it? Phasmagoria? I forget. I don't play most of the scary jump scare games. I just don't. It's not my cup of tea. I'm a casual, cozy gamer. I like strategy games, cozy games. I do like fun stuff like Sandland and uh, puzzle games and just all sorts of stuff like that. But Five Nights at Freddy's is a cultural phenomenon. It's part of the zeitgeist. We've got to respect it from a gaming standpoint that it is here and it is part of what it is. And I do think it is much larger now that we will start seeing influences and companies saying, "Oh, you need to do this, this, and this." But hopefully, uh, I forget the creator's name, Scott something. I forget his last name. I think it starts with a C. But even though he's taken a back seat to all this, he still is involved. So I'm excited for this. I just because it's interesting. I'd like to see what Into the Pit actually is, despite the trailer being shown. So, what are your thoughts? What do you think? Do you play Five Nights at Freddy's? Is it a game you enjoy? Is it a game you grew up enjoying? I mean, I've got I got my son who's basically grown up with the game, and I've got people my age much older Gen Xers that love this game. They think it's fun. They said it reminds them really of just like if in '90s Nickelodeon made a horror game or scary game, this is what it would have been. And so that's why I'm always kind of, yeah, this is kind of fun. This is kind of interesting. But for those that aren't aware of what's coming out, I just want to touch base because this is something that is affecting a lot of the younger generation. So we just need to keep an eye on it, make sure it stays good for all our children out there. So until next time, my friends, as always, I love you all, and there's nothing you can do about it.